So how does hop latent viroid spread, and what measures can gardeners take to prevent its transmission?
Yes, yeah. So hop latent viroid, like most viroids, is spread primarily by mechanical means. So that what this means for the most part is it's spread most efficiently by us. So if you're trimming your plants, for example, and you take those scissors, you trim a plant, and then you move to the next plant, and you don't clean those scissors first, that the sap from the potentially infected plant can infect the non-infected plant. And so that's the most common way that hop latent viroid is spread. Other potential ways that it's spread, it can be spread through the water. So hop latent viroid can slough off of root cells, or the root cells slough off and contain hop latent viroid. There's a lot of hop latent viroid in infected plants in the root tissue. And so if plants are sharing water, like if they're in a clonal tray or you're doing some sort of flood and drain or some system where plants are sharing water, you can transmit it like that. It can also be transmitted through seeds. So there are several studies out now, and we've also conducted a study showing that seed transmission of this in medicinal plants is somewhere between 20% to 50%. It can also be transmitted in the pollen to a smaller extent. Our numbers put it around 5% of the time. If a male is infected, it can cause the seeds to be infected as well. And then the final way, the potential way, is bugs. So this is research that's just coming out of CSU here in Colorado in Fort Collins, showing that there are bugs. I think their research was done on aphids, if I'm correct, that are capable of transmitting hop latent viroid from plant to plant. So pretty much the seeds, water, and anything that moves plant sap from one plant to another is a potential way that this thing can spread through a facility, or between plants in a home situation.
So it's extremely easy to spread.
Yeah, it is very contagious, and it's very insidious because you can spread it and not notice for several generations. Like if you're cloning a plant, sometimes you're not going to see any symptoms until the second or third cloning, and then all of a sudden everything goes to hell and you don't understand. Yeah, and that happened to us. We have plants as well, and before we knew about this, I think like everybody else out there, all of a sudden, the plants weren't flowering correctly. They didn't look right, and we had no idea what was going on. So it happens all over, from huge cultivation facilities down to someone who's growing at home.
This clip is brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrowIt15 to save on any of their products.